We're in, yeah. Brilliant, man. So yeah, man. So this is production, man. Obviously, my boy Dan, his boy Sam, man. This is my new boy, Sam. So that's my boy. He's his boy. So now he's my boy. How are you, though, man? First and foremost, thank you for being here, man.
Thank you for having me.
Wicked, man. Wicked. How was the drive-in?
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
Easy. Yeah.
And local as well, innit?
Yeah.
West London. You didn't go carnival, though, did you?
I didn't.
Why?
Why? Because I don't know. Like my friends have had bad experiences, and there was only like 2 of my friends that went this year. So.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, it was very well contained. It was.
It was.
It was very well contained. I'll give you a stat, yeah? So basically, there was 1.5 million people that went.
Yeah.
Yeah? And there was just under 200 arrests and one fatality.
Yeah.
So I think it was something like 0.002% or something like that. So, like, obviously, no one likes a fatality, but if you're looking at the statistics, it's really good statistics.
Yeah.
So, but you missed out. Big man thing.
Well.
You missed out. It's first carnival in 3 years. You had to be there, especially being from West London. You had to be there. But it's cool. We move. But again, man, wicked man. Thanks for being here. Thank you for your time. So obviously, like when I sent you that doc, like why the interest? Why did you feel like this is something that you wanted to do and have a sit down and talk with me, man?
Because I think it's sick. Like upcoming artists like myself, you don't really have something like this unless you're like more well known or you've got like a tick on your Instagram.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? So
Yeah.
Why not?
No, facts,
Why
man.
not?
It's brilliant because I think the guy that we had there last time, he used a phrase, obviously, that kind of hit the nail on the head. Like people, a phrase. A phrase. So the phrase he used obviously was being commercially recognized.
Okay.
So it's not that people are not being recognized; they're just not being recognized, obviously, like commercially.
Yeah.
I think for some reasons and for other reasons, some people may prefer that, some people may not prefer that. So obviously, with regards to yourself, like what's your how do you feel with regards to like I won't say the recognition that you get, but obviously just like where you are currently, obviously within your musical journey.
Where do I feel like I am?
How do you feel knowing where you are? How does that make you feel? I'm
happy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was with management for 3 years.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
What? Let's unpack that. Because I'm very intrigued in it, like to learn about I wouldn't say just like the music industry, but just industry like in general, innit? So how did that come about? So like being recognized, where did you get picked up from? And I mean, if you want to say who you managed you and all that kind of stuff, let's take it back.
So I was posting videos on Instagram when I was like 16, just like videos of me singing, like Rihanna, all these well-known artists.
Yeah.
And someone that I knew had sent over my Instagram to them because she knew that they were like into music and artists, and that's what they want to do, like manage artists. So
was this person like also trying to break through, but just in a different aspect within the music industry? So were they at the same level as you?
Yes.
Right.
I was their first artist.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So how did obviously? So how did the stars align? Like in terms of how like did the conversation go? What did you gain from that conversation to be like, cool, yeah, I want you to help me. If you can remember.
So I think he like messaged me on Instagram and asked for my, like obviously said what he does and asked for my number, and we had a long conversation on the phone and was like, you can sing, I want to help you, I want to manage you. And he was like, just come down to the studio, see how it goes, because I've never been studio before.
Never.
Up to that point.
So you're just doing acoustics just at home?
Yeah. So yeah, so I didn't tell my parents either.
Yeah.
That this had happened, and I was going to a studio full of like grown men at
Yeah,
the
yeah.
age of 16.
Doesn't sound right.
But I did it. I went. I can't remember. I think I went on my own. But I think I wanted to bring someone. I don't know what happened. Can't remember.
Yeah.
And yeah, he met me at the station. This was in East London, so it was a long journey.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, got into studio. I can't remember whether like we made a song. I can't remember, but yeah, it was intimidating.
I mean, it must be like, as a 16-year-old, especially like, one, obviously you haven't told your parents and that, so you know, so you've kind of had to go into this like by yourself. Yeah. So as a 16-year-old, like, you know, what was, obviously I'm assuming, so you know, you was kind of thinking all of the worst, but obviously there must have been something else in your mind that kind of made you feel like, do you know what, let me kind of give this a chance.
Yeah, because music is my life. Yeah. So without music, like, I'd be no one. So that's why I was like, I have to, like, what is the worst that can happen? Obviously, stuff can happen, but I didn't think of that in the moment, and I just went. You know what they say, man, without risk, there's no reward. So obviously, you know, you took a risk and you gained, like, a manager from it. Yeah. So. Yeah. Sick. So let's go like all the way back now. So let's bring it back. First and foremost, obviously, I didn't even get to introduce you. So everybody, this is Vicky. So let me tell you how I came across Vicky. I think you liked something on one of my Instagram pages. Yeah. So obviously I thought, okay, let me kind of check this person out. And the video that I came across of yours was you singing Jasmine Sullivan. Oh, yeah. Yeah. And I was like, raw. Yeah. Like, I was blown away. Because you know what, yeah? Like, I like to obviously try and give everybody a chance in it. Do you know what I'm saying? Because obviously, I respect everybody, you know, feels like they got a talent and they can do certain things. And I'm obviously, I shouldn't be the person to kind of validate nothing for nobody in it. And nobody shouldn't. If you feel like you can sing or whatever, go for it, do it. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? People's going to have their opinions, but cool, fuck them. Do you know what I'm saying? But like I said, when I came across your page and I saw that video, I was like, oh shit, I need to send this to the man them. So I sent it to my boys and I was like, bros, listen to this girl. Like, she has got pipes. And you're young. You're how old? I'm 19. 19 years of age with wind like that. Like, no, big man, like, it's shit. Bro, remember that? What did you think? Dope, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? So, when did you start singing, or when did you realize that you could sing? Okay, so as I was growing up, I was like so shy to the point where I would not speak to anyone. Yeah. At school, my teachers were getting worried, you know, like calling in my mum, like, what's going on with your child? Like, why is she not speaking to anyone? And I went to a performing arts school, so from like, I don't know, like year 2 or year 3. So you've been singing from early? Yeah. Raw. Yeah, but I think the age that I realised was like 14 or 15. Oh, raw. Yeah. So Is that late? Like, I think that's late. Because Michael Jackson knew he could sing from 5. Exactly. Exactly. But no, so I got asked to sing by my singing teacher. First time I ever got up and sang a solo. And what did you sing? Make You Feel My Love, Adele. Raw. That's a big track. Yeah. That's a big track. But again, like, hearing you sing and you telling me that's the song that you sung, I could believe, like, not that I wouldn't believe you, but I genuinely believe you, because you got pipes, you got wind. Like, thanks. No, like, serious. I'm really bad at taking compliments. Don't be, man. Own that. Yeah. Like, I don't know you from a can of paint. Do you know what I'm saying? And to, you know, for me to kind of, I wouldn't say for me, but you know, like, yeah, like, your friends will compliment you because they're your friends, innit? Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas when it's coming from somebody who doesn't know you, you feel like, no, like, this is like genuine. They don't know. We didn't have to say this. Yeah. So I'm that person. I didn't have to say this, innit? And I feel like if I didn't
really rate you like that, I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But no, carry on with the story, sorry.
Yeah, got up, sang. I think it was like the first 15 seconds that I realised everyone's faces had like their jaws had dropped.
Mine probably would have dropped as well. Mine probably
Like that was the first time everyone had heard me sing on my own.
Yeah.
And I was tearing up. Like I did not know what to do in that moment.
Was that like tears of joy?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because these people think that I'm good.
An innovation.
Yeah.
Had to.
It's crazy.
Like big man, I'm gonna say it again. The girl has got pipes. The girl has got wind. So, like I said, all what you're telling me, I can actually I wouldn't say I do not believe, but I can envision it in my head and get a real clear depiction of how it really went down. Because, like I said, I saw your video and I heard you sing, and the song that I heard you sing by the artist, and then the song that you've just told me that you sung at school, those are people with really big voices, and you know when you're especially a singer, you got to kind of know your range.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And Jasmine Sullivan and Adele, they're crazy. Their range is mad.
Yeah.
Like you've got to be a really a different kind of person to be singing their songs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And doing it justice. And like I said, for me, yeah, that Jasmine Sullivan one, you've done it. You done it. You done it proper. You done it proper. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the video of you in it. I'm gonna do that in the edit.
Okay.
So, so you know, at home, what was it like? You know, like having this singing ability. Like, how did like mum and dad and have you got siblings?
I do have 2 little brothers.
Little brothers, you're the eldest.
I am.
Oh, okay, so how did everybody like take to you like singing and stuff like that?
I'd always hide it. Like I'd never want I'd never want anyone to hear me sing at home.
Why?
I don't know. Because I was shy. Like
but that you're at home, those are your people.
I know, but that's just how it was. Like any time my mum would say something or like she'd shout my name, I just stop singing. As in like to cool me down, like dinner's ready, all of that stuff. I would stop singing.
See, that's nuts to me because like the way your voice is, yeah, the type of voice that you have, yeah, your singing voice, you like it doesn't being shy and having that voice, the two is like oil and water. it doesn't make any sense. So like how did you manage to break out of that shyness? Like what done it for you? Like what, like obviously I'm assuming when you got asked to sing and then you sang the song and got the standing ovation, did you feel like you were still shy, or was that
so shy? I was still so shy. Like I wouldn't sing unless they asked me to sing. I was like that shy.
That's nuts.
I know.
Because I feel like if I had your range, I'd feel like people would be telling me to shut up more time. I'd be like, later, I can sing, so I'm gonna sing, and yeah, I just don't get it. But this is obviously me trying to get to know you.
Yeah.
So like at home, like do you have any like history with regards to like music in your family? Like does mum sing, dad sing, or family play music? What was the household like?
So my mum is a professional pianist.
Mad. Like
she's crazy.
Oh my days, I'd love to play the piano.
Yeah, it's sick.
I'd love to play the piano.
It's sick. So she went to my mum's Bulgarian. So she moved to London when she was like 22. So back home, she went to like a school that specializes in music. And she wanted to play piano as a career. But what happened was she'd play it so much, like crazy hours a day. She had to have surgery on her thumbs.
because she was.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah. So that had to happen twice, and that's where she was like I can't do this for the rest of my life. Otherwise, I'll keep having surgeries.
But that's a blessing, though. Like your mum being able to play the piano, and then obviously that happening to her, to then having you, who's just got this absolutely sensational voice. Like, God knew what he was doing. He had a plan. Like, he was there watching over your mum, saying, "Yeah, you're not gonna tell my girl she can't play the piano."
Yeah.
Watch this. Watch this. So when your mum like realized or found out you could sing, how did that conversation go? If there was a conversation,
There wasn't a conversation.
There wasn't.
No, there's not been a conversation up to this day.
Up to this day.
No.
But is your mum quite supportive with your singing?
Yeah. She wasn't at the beginning. Just because, again, I was underage, going studio with these men.
Yeah.
That, like, she felt like she couldn't protect me.
But before all of that, like, I'm assuming your mum heard you singing before all of that.
Yeah.
So did she feel that, you know, I will support you, I can support this? Or was it like, it's cool, you can sing and stuff, but kind of focus on other things?
Oh, no. Supportive in that way, yeah.
Okay.
I went to performing arts school, like, the majority of my educational years.
Yeah. So was it just singing you was doing at performing arts, or was you doing other stuff as well?
No, I'm a professional dancer as well.
Yeah. What kind of dance?
Every style of dance.
Yeah, like contemporary and ballet or that kind of
stuff. Commercial.
Sick.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that, but I ain't got the feet for it still. I ain't got that. I think after carnival, I'm done out. My knees are gone. My knees are gone. So, you know, again, I'm trying to fathom all of this. So you went to performing arts school.
Yeah.
You dance, you sing. I'm assuming you act.
Yes.
Triple threat, mad, but you're shy.
Yeah.
Like, how did you get over that hump?
I still don't feel like I'm 100% over it.
You don't?
No.
But you make music.
Yeah, I do.
And you sing at open mics, I'm assuming, as well.
So I do a lot of, like, shows.
So, I don't know, I'm really trying to fathom this, bro.
Right, no, so when I get on stage,
yeah,
I'm like a different person. Like, the most confident, I just like vocals for days.
Yeah.
And then I come off. Before I go on stage.
Yeah.
So I had a show, I think it was end of last year. And I was waiting, for my turn. There was quite a few artists performing.
Yeah.
I could not speak to any of my friends that were there. I kept going in and out of the toilet because, I kept forgetting my lyrics as well.
Come like 8 Mile.
Honestly, like, it was great. My friends were worried. They were like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, I'm not okay." Like, I'm freaking out. Like, my stomach was hurting. I felt like I was going to be sick everywhere.
Yeah.
And then I go up on stage and everyone's like, "That's the best that we've ever heard you sing, perform, talk. Just do what you do best."
So I feel like I know obviously there's a lot of like, not internal issues that you're having, but you're really like, I feel like there's this personality that you have that's really trying to come out, but you're like, no.
Yeah.
No.
I don't know.
That constant battle.
Yeah.
But when it finally does come out, it's like, wow. So what's holding you, what do you feel like is holding you back other than yourself? Why do you feel like you're holding yourself back?
Because I feel like there's a lot of expectations, as in...
What, from other people? Or from yourself?
Myself and others.
So do you feel like you're afraid of your own potential?
Yes.
What's that called? Imposter syndrome?
Oh, is it?
I think so. I think so. It is, isn't it? Yeah, imposter syndrome. But that's the other thing. That's a common thing, because you'll get like a lot of people who, have sick talents and are sick at all these stuff, but they're afraid of their own potential. Yeah. And then which will hold them back, and you know they will never excel. And it's not because you know they're shit or nothing like that. It's they're their own worst enemy.
Yeah.
And you know that's a good trait to have, but at the same time it's a bad trait to have. And it's how you how you balance that. Because obviously I DJ in it, and I feel like now, like it's really kind of taking off. But I've been doing it for some while, innit? But before I wouldn't say I wasn't really taking it serious. I was kind of like, nah, like I'm good, man. Like to the man, I'm good. I don't think I can do it in front of people and So I kind of just thought, no, fuck it, let me just leave it. And it's not until when somebody really heard me was like, nah, like you're dope. Like why are you not putting yourself out there? And it's when I heard that, and again, it's come from somebody that I don't know, so it's gonna hit different. Cause like I said, they didn't have to say that, but obviously, like they're kind of recognizing, you know, the skill set that I have, and being upset for me. So it's like, right, I'm frustrating this person as well as myself. So that's kind of like I need to have a conversation with myself. So over the years, I'm just like, you know what, cool, I'm gonna put myself out there. Like, fuck what everybody has to say. Everyone's gonna have opinions. Yeah, it's just how you deal with that. So the expectation I had for myself was to, you know, not put too much pressure on myself. So do you feel like you have that same expectation, like putting a lot of too much pressure on yourself?
I do.
That can be overwhelming.
Yeah. As you said, I am my own worst enemy. Like, what I do is, before I post a video on Instagram, I always send it to like some of my really close friends. Yeah. And I'm like, what do you think? Yeah. Because with me, like I'm such a perfectionist as well. Yeah. So I can hear if something's the tiniest bit off, or if I can do it better. Yeah. But at this point, I've already sang the song like 10 times. Yeah. And this is my best take. So I just have to deal with it. Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna do it again. So they're like, oh my God, it's perfect. It's amazing. And then there's me. That's like.
But the thing is, there's nothing too wrong with that. But at the same time, there is with regards to time. So I say that, like, let's just say, I don't know, a record labels approached you, made you an offer, and they've said, okay, we want you to do a song for us within this amount of time. Where you're such a perfectionist, and you know you kind of need to do everything down to the T. It's going to become time consuming. Bearing in mind, you could have done this, like you say, you've sung it 10 times, and out of 10, all 10 can be sick. But again, it's that imposter syndrome. It's you still kind of holding yourself back. It's like, no, this is really good. So it's just like, you know, is there like a real sense of like, not that you don't believe in yourself, but do you feel like you're not really believing in your potential that you have?
Yeah.
Why?
I wish I knew the answer.
Have you heard this girl sing? Brother, the girl has got pipes, and I'm gonna keep saying it again. The girl has got wind. Sick. So I'm just trying to like really digest like the shyness and having this sick range and singing these big songs. Like I'm just trying to understand it. But again, we'll talk about it at a later date. So you're making music now. What was the first song that you like wrote, produced, and sung and like for yourself?
It's called Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that was like my first proper studio session. Yeah. And there was like four guys in the room, producer, a manager at the time. And I think like two other artists. Yeah. And I wrote poems like previously, but I have never written a song until that day. Wow. So again, I was 16 with these grown men in the room, artists who are verified. And it just happened. We just wrote the song and did the melodies and recorded the vocals.
And were they very like hands-on with regards to, you know, helping you obviously with that song making process, or was you quite like, no, I've got this?
No, I kind of let them, you know, like I like to take charge as well, because at the end of the day, it's my song.
Yeah.
But because I'd never done it before, I was like, let me just like sit back, see how it actually works, and let them do what they want to do.
Okay. So we're gonna touch on, you know, the singing process and the song making process. So let's obviously, we're still trying to obviously get to know Vicky obviously as an artist, as a person.
Yeah.
What was your so this is obviously a common question that I've asked obviously all of my guests on the show.
Okay.
So what was your introductory to music? What was like the first either song that you listened to, or the first song that you bought, like that really kind of cemented that, do you know what, I can do this? The song that you listened to and then kind of sung pretty much after, that kind of cemented like, do you know what, yeah, I really want to sing.
Do you know what? It probably was Adele. Like what was her first like hit song? Someone Like You?
I think, I don't know. I think so, or Hello. Not Hello.
No,
it's not Hello. Is that Late?
Late, yeah.
That's on, is that on 25 album or the 31?
I don't.
Because she always, her albums always by her age, innit? I think it might have been Someone Like You, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was the song, because it was everywhere, like all over radio. And me going to the school that I went to, we'd have to always like pick a song that we knew we could sing and like do good in. So I think it was that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just took from off the back of that, you was like, nah, bro, like
I like it.
I want to do this.
Yeah.
So how would you you know, describe your sound as an artist? How would you like to be identified? Like what genre? Yeah.
So I would say I do alternative R&B, but how another person would describe my vocals is like R&B, soul.
So, yeah. Because you got a big voice, so I can see why people would say soul.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just like to do what I want to do.
So what other artists like would inspire, you would say it has inspired your sound?
Mira May.
She's so dope.
She's
crazy.
Love Mira May is a big one.
She's a dope.
Yeah.
Especially being homegrown as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, we'll get into that as well.
And her as well. Yeah.
So multi-talented.
Yep. I saw her recently.
Is it?
Yeah, at the Lafayette.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for her like off day show. They took our phones, put them in a little pouch, and like locked it.
So yeah.
It was crazy.
Nah, she's bad.
It was crazy.
She's bad.
Like I left there and I couldn't speak.
I'd probably be the same.
Yeah,
I felt if I was to see her, I'm not gonna lie, I'd be that guy front row singing my absolute heart out. Yeah. Who have I gone and seen? I've seen Lucky Day, Eric Bellinger, and who else have I gone and seen? John B. I've seen quite a few R&B artists in my time. R&B's, that's my shit. That is me. And what I'm loving now is the R&B ceiling in this country. So I feel like, you know, it's really being, you know, it's really, one, it's given in its flowers, and two, the ceiling is progressively starting to get higher and higher. Like I said, you've got your Mira Mays, Mahalia's, Cleo Souls, Jack James. List goes on and on and on.
They're all sick.
Yeah, nah, they're dope. And hearing your voice, I'm not gonna lie, it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time that I feel like people will kind of be associating you in those categories, if I'm being totally honest. But you're gonna have to come out of that shy nonsense.
I know.
You're gonna have to come out of that shy nonsense. Yeah. So, so for somebody who doesn't know you, like what would be like the best way to describe you as an artist?
As an artist. So I write from experience. So all my songs that I've got out, they are so like raw, and it's just me in a song. And my melodies, like my vocals, that's all from me.
Sick.
And yeah, that's me. Like I don't have anything else to say. That
It's not so much like how. No, it's not so much having anything to say. It's like, you know, if, like I said, someone who doesn't know you, like, and obviously they want to be introduced to you, like, if you could, I don't know, name 5 things that best describe you as an artist, what would it?
5 things.
Yeah, or 3.
3.
Is 5 too much?
A little bit.
3.
3 things to describe me as an artist.
Yeah.
My riffs and my runs. I don't feel like there's a lot of people my age, where I'm from, that can do like the vocal gymnastics that I can do.
I want to say facts, but I don't know everybody from where you're from and your age, but I can obviously vouch for you from what I've heard.
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry.
What else? I write all of my songs. Like I've never asked anyone to write for me, and I feel like a lot of artists nowadays, like, they collaborate, which is great. Like, that's sick. Collaborating is so cool. But yeah, no, I've written all my songs in my bedroom, on my bed, just with my phone. And final one, my tone of voice. I think it's very different and very unique. And again, I don't know anyone. I can't compare myself to anyone that has a similar tone to myself.
No, that's a really good like mentality. Oh, it was a mentality to have. Sorry, feel like being unique, and everyone is unique in their own
of course.
in their own particular way. But again, I'm gonna say it again. I've said it many a times. The wind that you have, the pipes that you have, is too sick. It's too sick.
Thank
so
you.
I'd feel like, you know, you would have to either be Adele, Mira May, to kind of, you know, pretty much be put in the same room as you. Because from like I mean, I'm talking about in terms of singing.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like, those strong voices. There's probably more people.
Yeah.
But you know, I can't name off it from the top of my head.
Yeah.
Obviously, those ones are kind of come to mind. But see, like I said, your voice, your range, and like I said, for the songs that you chose, the songs that we've mentioned, again, women who have got really strong, powerful voices and have a really strong range. Like I said, you've hit. I've only heard one.
Yeah.
And for the one that I've heard, you've kind of hit that song spot on.
Thank you.
Like, big man thing. So we're gonna get into like your creative side of things now. So you know, you say you know you write all of your songs and stuff like that. So you know, what's the song making process, the writing process, like what's that like? How would talk us through that?
So usually I go off the beat, the production side of things.
So you got to hear the sound first before.
Well, not necessarily, but that is just the way that I prefer to do it. But I've just, like, I've done times where I've just sat in the room and we thought of like a storyline essentially. But I find that harder. Why? I don't know. It's just not something that I'm used to doing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I go off the production side of things.
Yeah.
And then obviously I hear what the beat's saying, like there's different vibes.
Yeah.
And I do melodies. And then my last step is getting the words.
Right. I'm trying to envision that. I'm really trying to envision that. Because I was watching an interview, with it was a Michael Jackson one.
Okay.
You might have seen it. I can't remember the name of the woman that was interviewing him, and then they was talking about like his creative process. So what Michael Jackson does, like he does everything literally like from scratch, innit?
Yeah.
So he starts off like making like a beat and stuff, obviously like in his head and with his mouth and stuff like that, and he based the entire song around just going like he would. I'm not doing it justice, but but that's what he would do, and that kind of sounds very similar to yourself. Like it's something so simple, something so minute, but it's the actual heart and soul of the entire song that's being made. If that sounds, if I'm saying it correctly. So with regards to like the type of songs that you make, you know, where does that influence, or where does all of that those feelings and stuff kind of like come from? Yeah.
Well, first of all, I really struggle making a happy song, and that sounds crazy.
I mean, heartbreak songs normally are the best songs.
Exactly. But I go from like feeling and how I feel and how I felt in the past. And that's what I bring into my songs that I write. Because I'm quite an emotional person.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with that at all. It's great for a songwriter.
So do you find that you're very vulnerable in your music?
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. So are you quite like cry me a river, pour my heart out kind of person in your music?
Not to that extent. Like there'll be a hint of that.
Yeah.
But I won't take it all the way. Unless it's a song made for that. If you get what I mean.
Because there's a song that you've got, Immature.
Yeah.
It's quite upbeat.
Yes.
But that doesn't give me heartbreak kind of vibes.
But then you listen to the words.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get it. I just felt the beat.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, it just kind of just took me. But again, I think when I was listening to it, they say that when you listen to a song, like your surroundings kind of have an influence as to how you kind of take it in.
Your surrounding?
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you're listening to music, like for example, let's just say you're listening to a particular album, depending on where you're listening to it, like the setting will determine how you initially kind of take it in. So it's not until kind of like you listen to it pretty much in like various different places is to kind of get that definitive feeling towards it. Like for example, that latest Drake album, that house one, I didn't love it. Didn't love it. But I think when I first listened to it, I listened to it at like 12 at night when it first came out.
Okay.
So it just went the right time in the right place. But obviously I was fanboying at the time. I was like, oh yeah, Drake's got a new thing. Go listen to it. But it's not until I've kind of changed my surroundings, so see like listening to it in a lot more vibrant kind of place. Now I'm like, oh shit, like no, this is actually kind of sick. So obviously that's obviously what it was for me. Not that I never took your song in, but I didn't really take the time to kind of listen to like the words of what's being said to me. Fine. I just kind of listened to it and thought, yo, this is funky. Yeah, this is really funky. So obviously, like, you know, so going through obviously forward, obviously with the song making, obviously the creative process. Yeah. So with your you know, your inspirations to the song making, like you said, you're quite an emotional person. What else like do you use to inspire your music, your songwriting, and your music making?
What else do I use to inspire that? Well, I listen to other songs as well, like the artists that I like, and then I listen to their songs and I'm like, ooh, that's a cool concept to write about. Yeah. But then I'll always bring it back to myself somehow, and my feelings and my experience. Yeah.
That's sick that you say that, because I've spoken to somebody and then this person was like, I can pretty much use anything as like a metaphor to help with my songwriting. So I was like, what do you mean by that? And she was like, for example, they can use like a hairband, and the hairband reference will be a euphemism for a song concept.
Okay.
So do you kind of like, can you look at something and be like, I'm gonna write a song about that, or how I felt obviously when the headspace I was in when I kind of looked at that?
I haven't done that before. So okay, I'm bilingual. So.
Oh, is it?
I am.
How many languages?
2 fluently, and then.
Or thereby.
And then 1 kind of.
Like conversational.
Like a few words here and there.
What language is that?
Greek.
And what's
I'm
that?
half Greek, half Bulgarian.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So culturally, like, what do you use your culture? Do you incorporate your culture obviously within your music?
No.
Okay. No, because you get a lot of people that pretty much will kind of use their culture to some degree, obviously within their music. So
no, I mean, like, unless it's folk music, but I don't listen to that. Like, it's very traditional.
So so like in the household, like, what was the music that was being played, if any at all?
It's just stuff off the radio.
Nothing like from the culture, like heritage wise.
No.
Okay.
Not really.
So at the beginning, so we spoke about she being looked after by management.
Yeah.
So with regards to that story, like, what was, what came from that? Like, with regards, did you get like meetings with like record labels, but any further like recognition further up, in the musical ladder with regards to like labels or publishers and so on and so forth?
So obviously he kickstarted my career. Like, I am where I am because of him. And it was just recently that I cut things off. I think it was like February. But no, literally everything I've done is with his help. So for that, I am grateful. But in terms of like labels and all of that stuff, I don't know how to feel, because I like to take control of my stuff.
Yeah.
I've said that before.
Yeah.
And I don't want anyone telling me what I can and what I can't do. So
I think that's a common thing now, like everybody
Yes.
wanting to be like independent.
Yeah.
And that's great and all. That is really great.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say the problem that you have, but I would say what's can kind a little bit be conflicting is, let's just say, if you look at it from like a scale perspective, see, this is you as the independent artist, and obviously this is the record label.
Yeah.
So the record label is going to help, push you, but at the same time, there's always going to be like these T's and C's and these hidden things. But in terms of the trajectory, they're obviously going to push you a lot faster, obviously, than yourself. So do you not kind of look at it like that and feel like, do you know what, maybe I should kind of go down that route, or I'm kind of alright doing the steady editing and doing it myself?
I'm happy doing it the way that I'm doing it now. Obviously, if something comes along, then I'll think about it, but I'm not 100% going to be like, yeah, let's do that.
And now you're getting a lot, like, is people still kind of like contacting you with regards to like, oh, like who you signed to, or who's managing you? Do I need to speak to? Do I need to contact to speak to you and stuff like that? Or, is everything kind of just a bit quiet right now for you?
It's not quiet in terms of like gigs and like performing. Like, I am getting quite a few like messages over Instagram being like, oh, like, can you come and do this, come and do that? I'm like, cool. But in terms of like labels and stuff, nah.
That's a damn shame, boy. They're missing out. That big man thing, they are missing out. Girl has got wind. As mad as that sounds, I don't want it to be taken out of context, but the word wind. But when I say that, like, because singing's about your breathing, isn't it? It's about your breathing and how much air and stuff you can kind of take in and release release and all that kind of thing. Like I say, your pipes, like, they're strong. They're strong. So like, I feel like for me personally, there's a lot of people missing out on a real homegrown gem, talent wise, like raw talent wise. Because you're singing, like, did you like, did you get like a lot of training and stuff like at the school that you went to, or was you kind of like, did you have? I'm assuming that you had like a real foundation benchmark for them to kind of like brush up on, but it wasn't too far off being like, if you're looking at it from, I don't know, low, medium and high, you were pretty much between the medium and high as opposed to the low, medium. Yeah,
so obviously we were being trained, but it wasn't like individual training. It was like as a whole, like as a group. So no one's really done a lot of work on my voice. It's just been me and me doing the covers of different songs. And that's what's pushed me to be like, oh, I actually need to do better in this, or like that has been my training. Yeah.
So with regards to the covers and stuff that you singing, like, how do you pick like what songs you're gonna sing? Obviously, I'm assuming you're gonna go for the ones that you like, but you know, if you look at your library, there's probably like a lot of songs, but you know, how do you go for the specific one? Like I said, Jasmine Sullivan. Not everyone can sing a Jasmine Sullivan song because, like I said, of her voice, and the same with an Adele. So like, how do you pick the chosen one to kind of do your covers to?
Well, I love a good challenge. Yeah. So most of the time, the songs that I cover, I have heard them before, but I've never sang them until that day. So that's what I mean by challenge, because Jasmine Sullivan, she can sing. She's a queen.
Proper.
And to have someone else sing her songs like up to it, like to a good standard. That's hard.
Cause 100%. 100%. Cause like I said, she's a person who's got like a strong voice. Yeah. And like I said, you can't just be anyone singing that song. Yeah. I give you a prime example. Yeah. Have you seen Sister Act?
Sister Act?
Yeah.
The movie?
Yeah.
Ages ago.
Okay. So in the first one, and she does it in both of them. Okay. So there's two people. In the first one is a nun, and in the second one is a young boy. Yeah. They can sing, but they hold themselves back. And then what she does is she kind of makes them be a bit more like of extroverts, obviously, within the singing. I don't know where I was going with this. Hold on. I was trying to make a point. Shit, I've kind of lost all composure now. What I was trying to say. Shit, I totally forgot. But basically, she knew that these people could sing. It was just bringing them, bringing that out of them. Yeah. Did you have that kind of person at your school that you went to that knew that you could sing? I just need to really bring it out of them.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Do you want to shout them out? Because they will see this.
Yeah, my singing teacher, Mr. Southern.
Big up yourself every time. Yeah. Because when this girl blows, you'll be coming to the shows. You'll be coming to the shows.
But in terms of, so I went to Italia Conti. Don't know if you've heard of it, but it's a musical theatre institute. And there I was told I was too different in terms of my vocals. So I went to train in musical theatre, like stuff you see on the West End. Their voices are, again, crazy, like so strong. But I didn't have that voice. So they always were like, no, like your voice is too poppy, like it's too, like you're giving too much. Yeah. And I was always told to not sing the way that I sing. And that was for 3 years of my life.
That's a liberty. That breaks my heart, because you're pretty much trying to tell somebody that they need to sing this way.
In a certain way.
In a certain way. But it's like, well, one, they haven't got the voice to do that, and two, the voice that they do have, I feel like is a lot better than what it is that you're trying to get them to sing. So obviously with highs, obviously there's some lows. Obviously you said the word there, challenge.
Yeah.
So obviously what's like, if you could name, you know, a most difficult time that you've had obviously within your musical journey so far, like what was that? Give us that, if you don't mind.
Most challenging.
Yeah. Let's explore that a bit, because there's going to be somebody watching this who is probably, you know, in the same position as yourself, who may feel like they're alone. But again, seeing this, they come to realize, oh, it's not just me, but let me hear what they got to say to kind of help me get through, or, you know what I'm saying, what support I can kind of gain from their words.
Well, personally for me was choosing to leave my management. Because there was a lot that happened between me and this said person, and it was really hard. It was so difficult, and
a difficult conversation to have.
Very difficult, very, and I didn't get the response back that I wanted. So it's just kind of made me realize, you know, someone can say that they're in it for the passion. But when stuff happens, when disagreements happen, it shows that, you know, it kind of is all about the money. It is.
You can start to get like a feel of how ingenuine somebody is, always has been. Do you know what I'm saying? Like they start to kind of get a little bit of lapse, all that that stuff they were kind of chatting in the beginning. It's just like, nah, you're not really standing by that. Everything's a bit a bit different now. So like, you know, once you've kind of walked away from that, like, you know, what was your, you know, your thinking process? Like, how did you feel? Did you ever feel like, you know, like fuck music, I'm not doing music no more? Never.
As in, like, I never thought that. Like, I was gonna continue no matter what. Whether or not he did something to push me back, that's fine. Like,
his loss.
It's his loss, exactly.
And whoever you are, if you're watching this, you're fully losing out.
Yeah, man. But yeah, no, that was really hard and really difficult, and I haven't really spoken about it too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can sense it still. It sounds a bit like, it does sound a little bit touching, a bit sensitive. So I don't want to kind of cross any boundaries.
That's cool.
Or talk about anything that you don't want to talk about. So we'll kind of like, we'll draw a line under it there. I don't want to out no one. I'm saying I'm not here to obviously start any trouble. So like I say, once you've had that conversation, call the square, you know, both went cut ties with each other. You know, what was like, you know, what was the next plan of action for yourself? Or what did you do like after that? Because like I said, that obviously couldn't have been an easy moment for you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how did you kind of stayed focused and stay true to yourself, you know, going forward?
Well, I just had to remember that I'm doing it for myself, and that's who I was doing it for, even when I was under management. So I now need to take it into my own hands. Like, I am my own boss. I am my own brand. And I just need to keep pushing that. And
so as you're saying that though, I'm obviously hearing it out loud, how much, like, this is just me asking, like, how much do you believe in obviously what it is that you're saying? Because it's not me that you have to convince, you know, it's yourself, innit? So like, do you feel like you're really kind of coming to terms with real recognizing your potential? Because like you said, you did kind of struggle with that. So in terms of what, you know, you saying what you're saying now, I feel like in a very, very, very short period of time, I feel like you're kind of really like breaking out a bit. So like, you know, do you feel like you're really believing obviously what it is that you're saying right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
What I just said? Yeah. I believe that I am my own brand and that everything I'm doing is for myself. And I'm only human. Like, I can doubt myself. And that's okay. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to let it stop me.
So is there like, you know, do you regret the decision that you made? Obviously, I won't say coming in like into business with this person, but cutting ties with this person. Is there anything that, you know, throughout that management journey, you would, I don't know, would say you regretted, or would be like, do you know what, cool, nah, I wouldn't change it. If you could go back and do anything different, what would you do different?
I wish I stood my ground more in terms of my own music.
Yeah.
Because there was stuff that I did that I didn't want to do.
Yeah.
But I did it because I could not be asked to have another argument.
Right. So it's getting a bit toxic.
And draining. Yeah, very.
I mean, at 16 as well, man, you're still a child.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And you're still kind of learning who you are as, you know, a young lady. You know what I mean? And, you know, dealing with, you know, older people who have been there, done it, worn the t-shirt and stuff like that. So there's always going to be that conflict of, well, I'm big, you're small, I'm right, you're wrong. Do you know what I mean? So no, man, that's dope. One time as well, man, shout out for the sponsors, man, Bullet Bean. And obviously as they're the sponsor, I feel like I need to start moving this box out. It's always this side. We've got a little care package for you.
For me?
For you.
Do you want me to open it now?
You can open it now if you'd like. It's up to you.
Oh my gosh. Oh my. I will wear this. Like. No, it's actually sick.
These are the men behind the brand.
It's sick. Who? Is it? Yeah, I saw your top and I was gonna ask like what. And that's sick.
But no, that's for you, man. It's like I said, people.
What?
Check them out, man. Merch is dope, man. Make sure you check them out. But no, like this has actually been very different. Like it's been very sentimental in the sense of like it's very heartfelt. Very, very, very heartfelt. Like when you said you was an emotional person, you weren't kidding. Like, I got that from you because I'm quite like loud. I'm an extrovert. Like I'm here for ha ha he he. That's me. But I didn't get to do that today because I was very like raw. Yeah. Like that was me today, innit? But it's always nice to kind of like switch it up, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? Because everybody's different, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? And you can't to some degree you can, but you can't be the same with everybody because everybody's obviously gonna
different energies.
Exactly. Do you know what I'm saying? And you're gonna get kind of like different responses, tone, body language as well. But no, man, like this is sick. So let's bring it back to a high now. What does the future hold for Vicky? What does the future hold for Vicky?
Yeah, I want to do everything. Like, I want to help people. That's my main goal. Like, I want people to listen to my music and be like, "Ooh, I get that."
Yeah.
I get that, and I understand that. And I want people to feel like they're not alone.
Yeah.
And that's my main goal.
Well, this is a start. I think because like I said, there's going to be somebody out there watching this, you know, pretty much, you know, very similar story to yourself, but may obviously not have somebody to talk to about it, may not know what to do in a situation. Excuse me, and obviously hearing this, hearing yourself. Excuse me, raw. Sorry, I'm still jaded from Carnival. Sorry. I need my shades. But yeah, there's somebody obviously watching this, listening to this, and can really kind of take something away from it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like I said, you've given them that, and obviously, like I've also explained to everybody else that's been on here, I've explained to you. The reason obviously why I wanted to do this, it wasn't also necessary to kind of like, well, not solely shine light on, you know, the non-commercial talent.
Yeah.
It's to also, you know, let people know that, you know, everybody's story, there is something inspiring from it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like you're inspiring somebody. So, you know, God forbid, like anything was to happen to you, like I said, that said person who's probably watching this in the same position, they're gonna take something from this, and they're gonna use it obviously within, you know, their situation, and then excel, and they can look back and be like, you know what, I was watching so and so, I was listening to this person, and I took this from it, and it really helped me.
And that's what I want.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's sick, man. And that's what I want, as well as you getting the recognition. Because like I said, girl has got pipes, girl's got wind, sick. Aside from, you know, the natural gift that you've got, it's people being able to hear your story, and, you know, like I said, take something from it to, you know, inspire themselves and help, just to kind of like help somebody. Because like I said, not everybody's got, you know, that person to talk to, or that outlet, that escapism. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know, things can when you're with your thoughts and stuff, it can become a lot, like very, 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 very toxic. Yeah, very, very, very toxic. So it's nice, obviously, to know that, you know, there is something for people to use to, you know, help obviously with certain emotions and all that kind of stuff. But now, man, big up yourself, man. And, you know, for somebody who, you know, is a stranger to you, myself, I've got a strong belief that, you know, there's so much more to come from you. If I'm wrong.
Oh, thank you.
Nah, big man ting, innit? Big man ting. And don't be like, you know, don't be afraid of your potential. Don't be afraid of don't be afraid of your potential. Because like I said, there's so much to come from you. Again, you're only 19. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? The world is your oyster. You've got a really exceptional gift. Do you know what I'm saying? That's going to take you places. Do you know what I'm saying? Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep. Can you promise me that, please?
I promise.
I've got some recording. Yeah. So if I I don't know, in 10 years time, I see you in McDonald's, be like, what happened? What happened? What happened? I'd be like, nah, I'm upset with you. I'm upset with you. But now, keep going, man. Keep going. Where can people, you know, listen to your stuff? Like, how can people, you know, stay up to date with you? Like, plug yourself, man. Plug yourself.
So all my songs are on every streaming platform. It's just Vicky Trantou. And yeah, my Instagram as well. I'm pretty active on there. Again, just my name, Vicky Trantou. And yeah, that's me.
That is dope, man. You got music out now, right?
I do.
People go listen to that song, Immature, sick. You got EP as well out, right?
I do.
What's the name of the EP?
It's called 17.
17?
17.
Did you write that when you were 17?
I wrote it when I was 17.
Makes sense. Okay, I can see the Adele concert, there, man. But now, this has been amazing. Like I said, I can't wait to kind of hear more from you. Like, you're under the microscope. I said this to somebody before. I'm saying it to you. You're under the microscope. So when you see me in the crowd, I'm not there, you know. I'm there, but I'm not there. So when I come to an event that you're singing at, because like I said, you're under the I will be keeping in contact. I will be tapping in. That's cool. I will be tapping in. Cool. I'll be turning up at the shows. And I'm going to be in the crowd like this. Yeah? Watching. But you're gonna sing something for us, right? Okay, so we're gonna get that started and set up for you. Yeah. But people, man, this has been Raw Talent. I've been Rorz. This has been Vicky, and again, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for sharing your story and just letting us, let us know who you are, man, as a person, as an artist.
Thank you.
Nah, you're welcome, man. You're welcome. You're welcome.
My name's Vicky Trantou, and this is Raw Talent. You say you really want me, but I ain't got time. And I'd be lying if I said you didn't cross my mind. Always in my feelings, I won't deny. You know I can't be by your side. I ain't got time, I've been working, always hitting me up like I'm worth it. You got to want it anymore. I ain't got time, I've been working, always hitting me up like I'm worth it. You got to want it anymore. Oh, lately my energy's been a bit low. Sometimes I wanna go out on my own. Tell me what you wanna know, cause I don't know. Oh, I don't care about being on show. I know you think that my heart's on froze. Tell me what you wanna know, cause I don't know. You were always calling, I just turned away. I do get curious, but I don't have the time to waste. If I'm gonna do things, I'ma do it my way. Cause I don't have no games to play. I ain't got time, I've been working, always hitting me up like I want it. You got don't want it anymore. I ain't got time, I've been working, always hitting me up like I want it. You got don't want it anymore. Oh, lately my energy's been a bit low. Sometimes I wanna go out on my own. Tell me what you wanna know, cause I don't know. Oh, I don't care about being on show. I know you think that my heart's on froze. Tell me what you wanna know, cause I don't know.